All right.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Out of the Ordinary. I'm your host, Mike Heath, with my guest, Liz.
Hey.
And today, I'm going to be talking about the Todd-Bill Mansion murders and a guy named Bill List. So let's go ahead and start saying hi to some of these people. Yeah, not John List, Bill List. Hi, Natalie! And anybody else that's on, hello? Liz, you're on.
What's up?
All right, hello everybody. Yes, like I said, welcome to another show, another episode of Out of the Ordinary. And let's get started. So, Liz, have you ever heard of Bill List or the Todd-Bill Mansion murders?
Okay, so I've heard of them, but I don't know much about them. So this is
Okay,
going to be a fun
so-
learning experience. Because I know about John List,
Yes,
and I know that
this
the
guy has
mansion
no
was...
relation to John List.
Okay, and I do know the mansion was gaudy and apparently tacky.
Well, yes and no. I mean, I could say that maybe it looked tacky after the fact that, nobody lived in the mansion or anything like that, and it started dilapidating and stuff. So, all right. Thank you, Natalie, for sharing. Yes, please like and share. And also hit the bell button if you're on YouTube. So anyways, the mansion started looking dilapidated after all the murders happened, after the mansion was abandoned and everything like that. So let's get to the story here. So a story has been circulating on the internet lately when its dark history with former owner Bill List scared the man who is leasing it today, which this is in reference to before it was knocked over and stuff and built into other houses. The shadowed past of Bill List Todd-Bill Mansion is reportedly already decades old from the Seabrook murders. However, even decades of time can't erase the fear upon the man who was supposed to lease the mansion. And let's say hello to Calvin. Hey, Calvin, what's going on, bro?
What's up, Calvin?
The Seabrook Villa by the sea in Texas is situated inside the quaint and small gated community of Galveston Bay. Bill List Todd-Bill Mansion is property on Todd-Bill Road. Despite the big structure, it unfortunately contains a dark past of Bill List. So Bill List from the Todd Mansion is where Bill List, a 57-year-old business tycoon with a record of sexually molesting teenage boys, lived. History reports that Bill List from the Todd-Bill Mansion was built by Bill himself. So yes, he did build that mansion himself. The 3,400 square foot mansion was where the crime happened one night in October of 1984. Bill List is where, according to history, 4 teenage boys who Bill allegedly molested came at the house, shot Bill to death with his own gun.
Oh, shit.
So yeah, these kids were pretty pissed off about it and came back at him. Bill
Don't
List,
blame them.
right? I would too. So Bill List then divided into 18 lots where 13 houses now stand at 514 Villa Drive. one of these houses and is currently listed for sale at 1.5 million or lease at 5,900 a month. Yeah,
Ouch.
that's pretty high rent.
I mean, the place is pretty damn big, but
Oh yeah.
I mean, you can't really sell murder houses all that easily.
No, you can't. And
I mean, check
Calvin
out
says
LA, they try all the time.
Calvin says getting ready to pack a bowl and watch you. Woo! Get a little toot up in there.
I know I look stoned, guys, but my eyeshadow is playing havoc with my eyes right now. I wish I had that excuse.
So, built in 2006, the two-story house contains 4 bedrooms, perfect for any family who don't know its history. So, when they say that, they mean the houses that were built upon when they knocked the mansions down. I don't know the source that I got it from. This is all jumbled. Like I thought it would be actually like, but it's jumbled. So let's
It's
get
cool.
to
The
it
source
here.
I have is all like opinion about how tacky it is.
Right. Yeah, some of these sources. I mean, if you want look, people, if you want to look up Toddville Mansion murders and stuff like that, please.
Todd with 1D.
Yeah, TOD, not TODD. Please, if you guys look for it, please make sure you get the right facts because some of these things they are so severely jumbled. But according to some people, that they actually made a movie about this, and they also there's many videos on YouTube. So we have Tracy Lynn Tafoya saying, that reminds me of the movie The Cowboys, when Bruce Dent killed John Wayne and the little boys on the cattle drive and killed. Huh. So Natalie says, sounds like the Black Monk of, what?
Pontefract.
Pontefract story. The apartments are totally haunted. Yes, the Toddville mansion that Bill List made, they say that you can hear some pretty weird stuff in there. And that I don't really too much know, but I know my cousin said he's heard a bunch of stuff going on there. He's seen a bunch of stuff. So let's get to it here. According to KHOU TV, a would-be tenant, Nur Golan, recently signed a lease. However, he told KHOU that he signed without knowing the Bill List Toddville mansion history. Now he tells the news station that he wouldn't move into the mansion even if the owners paid him. Ooh, Aka's here. What's up, Aka? So Golan said, a lot of people say there's shadows of children. People say that they wouldn't come to my house as a guest. It is unknown whether 514 Villa Drive is the house in Bill List Toddville mansion where List was shot to death. However, Golan is adamant that it doesn't make any difference. The Neighborhood Owners Association former Vice President Kathleen Moyer says it was unlikely that 514 Villa Drive is the exact place where List was murdered, as it's close to the water. Bill List at 3300 Toddville Road leans towards the other end of the property. So, yeah, now they're saying that they don't know, but he was actually murdered in his mansion.
Can I show a picture of that one area that connects the mansion?
Yeah, show the picture of that. It's a beautiful mansion, and according to my cousin, according to people that have gone over there to party when it was abandoned, they said it's any person's dream to actually have something like that. And that's a picture of the courtyard. And you see that it has a pool and it has,
I'm bothered by the placement of the diving board. I'm really bothered by it.
It's not creepy at all, right?
Well, and then while we're showing pictures, it's a blurry picture, but this is in the basement. This is
Right.
a bar,
Yeah.
which I feel probably comes into play in what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, because he was a sadistic man. I mean, according to the news and stuff, he was a sadistic man. Because I mean, if you watch the YouTube videos, they do go more in depth on what he did and everything like that.
yeah.
But of course, since the censors want to be, you know, crappy, I can't really go into the details.
Why not? I do sometimes.
Yeah, but I mean, I
That's
wouldn't,
not
I
this
wouldn't.
kind of show.
Yeah, it's basically just talking, more about the weird side of it and stuff like that. Like, it's just informative here. But
Mhm.
anyhow, Moyer said Thursday, "I do sympathize with the gentleman who leased the house, but this was decades ago. It's not like it's an existing home that someone got murdered in. Huh? Whatever."
I was putting on like the guy that rented the house apparently must be afraid of all the things that go bump in the night. I'm guessing
Yeah.
his favorite holiday is not Halloween.
All right. So, Moyer and her husband was said to have lived in the community for 5 years. They had moved in January this year for reasons not related to the history of Bill List. Moyer added, "It's a wonderful place. I miss living there." Man, I really needed to check the source on this. This has nothing to do with anything.
See, that's what I'm saying. Everything I looked up about it was just like, we don't like the house. Like,
Exactly. I don't know what's up with that, but I mean, I guess I can read on. Um, Anyhow, a Houston Chronicle article published November 18th, 1985 states that Bill List is a three-story mansion divided into two wings. It is an artium in the center of the catwalk between the wings at the second level. There is a 40-foot swimming pool at the bottom of the arterium. Atrium. There we go. Other rooms in Bill List's mansion include a ballroom, game room, dining room, kitchen, and master bedroom. On the night List was shot to death, the young men living with him in now famous Bill List mansion reportedly decided to shoot List as they were tired of his mistreatment towards them. Albert Irvin Smiley Holman was the one who pulled the trigger. He reportedly pleaded guilty to murder and sentenced to 45 years in prison. Bill List doesn't seem to be the common denominator in List's ill luck. His daughter, Deborah Thornton, was also killed in a pickaxe murder by Carla Faye Tucker in 1983.
jeez.
And that's all I have right now on that. This is a real short one.
Well, let's see what else we've got going on here, because I have a few things here.
Sure.
So, if we're going to talk about the building itself, I mean, I found something here that talks about December 17th, 1995. On this day, an article in the Houston Chronicle informed the public that a Seabrook mansion designed by William Gerald List was being demolished, and every bit of it was for sale, from the bricks to the diving board, and everything had to go. So, like,
Yeah,
they were
and
selling bricks and that creepy diving board.
actually, you know what? They were selling bricks. My cousin, and he kicks himself in the ass for this because he had a brick from when they destroyed the mansion. He had a brick. He actually snuck in, took a brick from there, and kept it. And his girlfriend at the time threw it out.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah, and he was kind of pissed off about that, but he said that a lot of people went to go scavenge the remains to keep to keep souvenirs about that place and stuff like that.
Oh, you want to talk about a souvenir?
Oh, and Angie says, "Hey everyone, hey Ange."
Hey,
And
what's
Beth
up?
Smith's here. Hey, Beth.
Hey. Let's see, hold on. Where is... Hey, Ange. Hey, Beth. Okay, so while we've been talking, I've been grabbing a few things here and there.
Uh huh.
This, I hope somebody saved this. I really do. Bill List is a very sick man. He's going to die. Smiley, 1984.
Yeah, that was actually written on the walls for a while.
And if you guys are curious what this gentleman, use the term very loosely, looks like, here he is.
That is Bill List.
He apparently had some eczema going on his elbows. Not disparaging anybody with eczema, just noticing it.
Right. And according, I'm not too sure. There's the Toddville Mansion. That's when it was for sale.
God,
I mean,
it's
it
actually
does-
gorgeous.
It is. I'm sure it was in its time, but right there, it already looks more likely dilapidated and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the people that we kept seeing in those articles, oh, this tacky, gaudy, horrible. It looks like
Yeah.
a factory. Yeah, it does kind of look like a factory. That part's right.
Yeah, it does. Well, my cousin said that when he went in there, he said it looked like a prison inside.
Oh,
Like it looked like an actual like a prison sort
Wow.
of like setting afterwards. And yeah, basically a lot of people have been in there and everything like that. It's just, he even said that it was deemed condemned afterwards.
yeah. Oh. I'm finding pictures as we're speaking right now. Some very interesting things are coming up here. Like in the carpet where somebody wrote he was sick.
Right.
I'm grabbing the pictures as we speak. Okay, newspaper. So as you guys know, I don't know a whole lot about this guy. I know of, and I know a little bit, but I'm having fun learning as we're doing this. So,
Right.
Here's this. You guys
Right.
can check that out.
Yeah, I think when they did that, I think it was the same person that did that. After they murdered him, they totally trashed the house.
Yeah.
And there are pictures of the house being like where they trashed it and everything like that. Like they broke the shant. There you go.
Yeah.
That happened all when they murdered him. When they murdered Bill List. I mean, these guys were pissed.
This does look like a prison, kind of.
Yeah, well, I mean, with all the burglar bars and stuff like that, it does really look like a prison. I mean,
It totally does. It looks like they're trying to make a prison fancy up close.
well, I mean, it could either be a prison or it could be taken for like a mental asylum. You know?
It was someone's prison.
Yeah. Apparently, those kids.
Oh my gosh. Plants again. I just found, like we were talking about how they trashed the place.
Right.
Check this out.
Jeez.
Is that dirt or blood?
No, that's blood. That's got to be blood.
That has to be blood. But then again, I see a bunch of dirt all over the ground too.
Oh yeah, I mean, because yeah, they totally trashed all the plants and everything like that were in there. They rooted them and
plants.
stuff, and
What'd the plants ever do?
like they really made a mess out of that house, out of that mansion.
You know, I don't blame them. If anything that they said was true, which I don't doubt. I mean, if
No, it
really
is
go
true.
that
It is
big-
true. There's more to it than that. There's more news articles, and like I said, if you go on YouTube, look up Toddville Mansion or Bill List murders and stuff, and there's a lot of people that talk upon it and everything like that. I mean, I wish I could have gotten more info than what I had, but
Well,
unfortunately, I was on short time and everything like that, and I just had to gather up what I had.
oh, yeah.
So it came out kind of, jumbled out. But I mean, I'm still learning more about this.
Oh, dude, you gotta see this. So when they say they trashed the place, They really, really
Hmm.
trashed the place.
I did see those pictures, but let's show the people what it looks like.
Yeah.
Hey, Frank's here. What's
Hey, what's up, babe?
going on, Frank? Frank.
Calvin says, hi, Frank. So, let me go back over here. You know what we didn't do yet is that. And then, let me grab one more. Okay, so let's go back through these. So we could do it in a different order now. So, here's the house. In fact, here's the house from, like, more recent. Before it got torn down, obviously.
Right.
Here's the house. There's a little bit closer of the prison-looking house. Here's the bar. Here's the pool. Cleaned out, but still everything's kind of dilapidated.
Yeah.
Although the water's pretty clear. So somebody had to be kind of taking care of it.
Well, I mean that could have been before the murders and stuff like that. I mean it could have been.
Well,
But I mean to me that actually does look like a prison. I mean if you look at the with the prison with the pool.
well, the reason I'm going to have to say I'm guessing no, that wasn't before the murders, is because when they trashed the place right after the murders, look
Oh,
at
there you go.
all those plants in the window.
Yeah, no, you're right.
And then here's a close up of the pool of what they did.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. Are those oxygen tanks? No, those are kegs. Those are freaking kegs.
Yeah, well, like I told you, my cousin used to go in there and party and stuff. Like he said that people just started using it as like a hangout.
Okay.
So people would go in there, they'd drink, do what they got to do and stuff. And
Well, here
Yes.
is kind of the area that you see. Well, hold on. So you see where the stairs are, where the pool is?
uh-huh.
Here's the area up above it and how they trashed it.
Wow. And I mean, some of that stuff could be from the excessive partying that would go on there and stuff. So,
Well, I still see plants,
right.
like living plants on the windows. So my guess, my theory, but I could be wrong, is that this was shortly after, because we also have to remember this, and then the writing on the wall, literally.
Right, yeah. But you see, what I don't get is, okay, all that stuff happened. Like, why? Like, how did people actually go in there and start partying and stuff like that in there without the cops even being involved in it? Like, I mean, you think that somewhere along the lines they would be kicked out of there, but my cousin never said anything about any cops showing up, at the parties or anything like that to raid it.
So,
I mean, you're practically working and jerking. You're practically walking upon a crime scene, and I mean, you're how could I say what's the proper term? Desecrating a crime scene.
well, I think at that point, since he's gone and everybody was caught, well, actually, how long ago was your cousin hanging out there? Because this only took place in '88, right?
Well, hell, that's when my cousin used to party a lot. My cousin's around about in his 40s, 50s already.
So
He
wait,
was born in the I think in the 60s or something like that. But he's pretty up there. He's lived in League City most of his life and stuff. So he used to
okay.
be one of those. He used to be one of those punk rockers and stuff.
Beth says some of this stuff is quite neat, actually.
It is. It's actually interesting.
Andy
He
says,
wants
"Let's
to jump the
jump in the
pool.
pool." I'm with you.
Right?
Well, we had a shutdown. Well, I'm trying to find a nice way to put this. Mental hospital. There we go. My brain said something completely different than what we used to call it. there was a shutdown mental hospital in Downey that we all used to go into and do like ghost hunting and all kinds of fun stuff. And the creepy part about it was that there were still lights on and there were still files.
Oh, wow.
You could go in the morgue and everything.
Jeez. Did you guys ever find anything in the morgue?
Well, not people or anything, but files about people.
Oh, wow.
It was a mental institution that got shut down, I want to say, in the 80s.
And Calvin says 89, 90. I was partying with Mellencamp.
Nice.
When the walls come tumbling down.
Hey, Cosmo.
What's up, Cosmo?
How's it going? Yeah.
So
there are actually a few
saying?
places that I really want to take, I guess, everybody to if we film it. There is a cult up where I used to live, and I don't go very close to them because you know how like people were afraid of the people in the Branch Davidians in Waco because of the gun stockpiling.
shit, I wouldn't be afraid of David Koresh, man. I'd be more afraid of Marshall Applewhite than David Koresh.
Well, yeah, because
Marshall
Applewhite wants to
Applewhite
take you with him.
That guy was, ooh.
Applewhite wants to take you with him.
That guy had a couple screws loose in his head, so yeah. But you were saying about what you were talking about.
Yeah, Ange, feel free to. Oh yeah, so there's a few different places. Oh, Calvin wasn't joking, by the way.
Oh wow, nice, nice, John Mellencamp, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So no, there's a few places in like Whittier and Downey and all over LA, really. And there's the shutdown asylum.
Uh-huh.
There's the area where the cult is. As far as I knew, they were still up there. So in Texas, it's totally legal to stockpile the guns like the Davidians were. That they were actually they had them legitimately. California, right. Not so much. So when you have a cult that is stockpiling weapons, you want to probably run.
And so Donald Cosmo says here that he's doing really good and that we are the best. Thank you so much, man. And yeah, man, share it out.
Yes, David Koresh is the guy from Waco. Vernon Wayne Howell.
I was gonna say here in the Rio Grande Valley, we have a rundown motel. I don't know if they've knocked it down yet or if it's still erect or anything like that, but we had an abandoned motel called the San Juan Motel. And I'll tell you this much, one day I had to go on a filming location there because we were doing like a short little project film with this director I knew and everything like that. He told us to show up to this mechanic shop right next to it. So my mother and I, we show up to this mechanic shop. Nobody's there. It's totally quiet. And we're parked right next to the motel. And I'm sitting there telling my mom, like, let's get the hell out of here because I don't like the feeling of this. I literally was, I had this, like, really, like, heavy feeling in my heart. And no, it was not a heart attack. I just got this like really bad vibe and everything like that. And I saw pictures and video of that motel. Man, it looked like in its days, it looked like it would have been a beautiful motel and everything like that. But the stuff that went on around there, prostitution and everything like that, and the murders that went on there were pretty
kind of like the Cecil.
Sick. No, not the Cecil. The Cecil was way much worse.
Well, yeah, the
But
Cecil's actually smack dab in the middle of Skid Row.
yeah.
But
No,
still.
this one, the San Juan Motel. Oh, because see, there's a lot of old places here, and some of them are actually considered historical landmarks.
Hmm.
So some of these places, they, even though they're dilapidated, but they did take place in Texas history, South
Whoa!
Texas
So
history.
all of Natalie's messages just came through, by the way. All at once.
Whoa, huh?
Natalie, we have not been ignoring you. Literally, all your comments just came through. So I guess let's go through these and we can kind of like pinpoint what they were.
Right, right.
So probably 80s or 90s when Reagan had a lot of those places defunded. So that's probably talking about the mental hospital in Downey
Hmm.
that I was saying was shut down somewhere in the 80s or the 90s. Um, she said, kind of seems like his victims, or like they would let, yeah. Okay, so it kind of seems like they would let off Bill List's victims due to psychological trauma.
I pretty much agree with that because I mean, who wouldn't be psychologically traumatized after a bunch of crap like that happened? I mean,
But then look what they did
it would
to
take a lot of courage. It would take a
Gypsy
lot of
Rose.
courage, huh?
Look what they did to Gypsy Rose, though.
You know, I still don't know the whole story to that, and I need to look it up.
So, with her, the rundown of it was her mom had Munchausen by proxy, which is when you like the attention that you get from somebody close to you being sick, basically, or the attention that you get through somebody else. Like, so keeping your
Okay.
kids sick is Munchausen by proxy.
Okay, okay.
And when she was sick, um, she was, or when she was young, I guess she was sick, and the mom really liked the attention. Well, her mom decided to keep her sick. No,
Hey,
you can't walk. You know.
we need to do a commercial break.
We do need to do a commercial break. We will be right back. Wow, all the messages are just piling through right now.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a minute. Let's grab that commercial and we'll be right back.
This is Mikey from Out of the Ordinary, and you're watching PBDC TV.
When I'm listening to music and getting a little bit of time for some creepy research, I'm always representing with my PBDC merch. What a better way to have a cup of coffee in the morning.
Don't forget to check out our other cool merch at rootsbleedred.com. That's rootsbleedred.com.
This is Professor Edgar Fluffosaurus from Spooky Tales with Steve the Cat, and when I'm not hosting Monster Chat or knocking down small Japanese cities, I'm watching PBDC TV. Now back to the show.
Rock on, man.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I want the chicken leg socks.
Right?
So, here, hold on. Wow. Okay, so, especially with that weight bench, yes, it looks like a prison. Probably only if someone complained was probably when
the
you were
partying
saying,
was
like,
going on, yeah.
Yeah. Apparently Facebook decided to dump all my comments at one time. Yes, they did.
I have something to say about that whole dumping comments all at one time. I think it's been happening to me also. Like, some of my comments don't usually come out. You know, I'll be commenting and stuff like that. It's like, where are they going and stuff like that.
Huh. Yeah, because we try our hardest to get to everybody.
Yeah. But I think Facebook's just, throttling a lot of the comments and stuff like, hey, what's up, Jeff Ridgway? What's going on, my brother?
I don't know why I found it really amusing when we were talking about Gary Ridgway and Jeff Ridgway popped in, and I'm all, hey! Anyway, go ahead.
But yeah, I was saying, I think Facebook's throttling the comments and stuff like that nowadays and stuff. I mean, it's just weird. But back to what we were talking about,
Oh yeah, Gypsy Rose. I'm sure we can actually. This one is one of those fun mysteries that I think all of us could really get in on.
Right. Actually, you know what? You just gave me a great idea. What do you say about next Monday we talk about Gypsy Rose?
Yeah, I was gonna say
we can
if collaborate. We're gonna do it on the 13th.
Actually, that sounds like a great idea right there. So we will merge together. We will have Out of the Ordinary with Icon and Hexus and stuff like that. We will have a show.
Heck yeah, we could do something. There we go. Because I said we were doing a Friday the 13th special, but I never announced what.
Yes.
So, also Odd Mama, if you would like to join us on that one. Long story short, since we're going to get more into detail on it on Friday, her mom, that would be awesome. Oh, Calvin doesn't get any live notifications.
Yeah, I'm not getting them either, Calvin. Yesterday, actually, you know what? The day you guys started talking about David Koresh and everything like that, and the Branch Davidians Friday, I didn't even get a live notifications. I got the message, but as of the live notifications, I didn't get anything.
Huh.
I usually get a ding or a dong, whatever, but nothing this time.
Well, guys, everybody watching, this is actually a good reason to smash that bell, as well as making sure that you follow us. Also, we do stream to the website, so if you ever aren't sure what's going on, you can go to psychobunnydc.com or psychomantium13.com. Psycho Bunny DC is, I believe, where it's going to be, and it's in the members only section. So you do
PBDC TV, the place to be.
Right. But yeah, so the gist of it, and this is what we'll cover, is her mom was keeping her sick to gain attention. When doctors would catch on, they'd move. And she finally kind of figured out, hey, I'm not sick. At least not the kind of sick that she's saying.
Right.
And yeah. And then we will kind of get more into detail about how it happened. I still do not blame her at all. And I don't think she should have got the time she did.
Yeah, there's a lot of injustice, and there's a lot of things that go on. That I mean, people that actually go that get locked up for
Murdering their
no
rapist.
reason, for the wrong reasons.
Like that
And
that poor girl that got locked up for murdering her rapist.
yeah, exactly,
I
exactly,
couldn't believe
and
that when the judge actually sentenced her. But
it's
at the same time, there are things that are supposed to be black and white, even though in reality they're not black and white. But in the justice system, things are supposed to be black and white. Like, did you kill the person? Yes. Okay, you're guilty.
yeah.
But
hmm
in reality, things aren't always that cut and dry, that black and white. Like, why did you murder that person? Well, he raped me.
Yeah,
Well,
it's I guess what you could say, it's a double-edged blade.
yeah. Or that guy that was able to sue that lady after falling through the skylight, and he
Uh-huh.
won. He was robbing her, and he hurt himself by falling through the skylight, and he won the lawsuit.
Well, I mean, you want to get into like law things and stuff like that. Here's something good. So if a person's robbing your home
Hmm.
and let's say two people are robbing your house, right? You pull out your gat and you shoot one and he passes. Well, if the other person that runs away, if he's caught, the cops will get that guy for involuntary manslaughter
Hmm.
because a life was lost.
And it was
Granted,
his.
he had nothing to do with the life lost, but they still
But he
get
did.
him for it. So that's something good. I do agree on that. I mean,
Well, there's
come
also
on.
like
I mean,
the castle doctrine where you could basically stand your ground.
we have that here. That law
I know
abides
Texas
here.
has it. Yeah.
We,
California does not.
that castle thing
Hmm.
that you're talking about, it's a very tricky subject here. And my cousin would know that because my cousin's a very big gun enthusiast, and he has his guns for protection and everything like that, right? So he was telling me that if and when somebody's in your property, before you can self-defend yourself, you must tell them, don't move or I'll shoot.
Yeah. That
If you
actually
don't
sounds
tell
pretty
them
fair
that,
to me.
if you don't tell them that, you can have serious consequences.
That actually sounds fair to me. Give
It
them a
does.
warning. Don't move or I'll shoot.
It does. See, me,
mean-
I don't use firearms. I really don't. I'm more of a natural type person. I'm more of the person that into crossbows, bow and arrows.
Okay. Side note: Natalie says, "Yeah, I don't think you should be able to sue if you."
I agree.
Agree.
I agree.
Beth says, in Canada, you can't. I think it's supposed to be can't shoot someone who breaks into your house, or you will get charged with murder. I don't.
Yeah, there are some strict laws in different countries and stuff like that, and that's pretty weird. I mean, it's like my mom one time, because people were breaking into our apartment, right?
Oh, geez.
My mom had came up with an idea of wrapping electric, getting like chicken fence and putting it around the window and putting a car battery to the chicken fence to where people, if they touched it, they would get electrocuted, right? To keep them from breaking in. Well,
Okay,
well,
that's
this
pretty
was
genius.
well, this is what the police department told my mom. This is what the police officer told my mom. He goes, "Ma'am, although that's a great idea," he goes, "but if that person were to hurt himself, he can sue you." Which is
That's so
that brings up
stupid.
that's the point that Natalie was making there. That
You shouldn't be able to sue somebody.
exactly. I mean,
when
it's
they're
like
committing a crime,
it's like even
or when you're committing a crime.
it's like if somebody breaks into your house and you break their legs with a baseball bat. And I mean, I'm not totally promoting violence or anything like that. Please,
Yeah.
we are not totally. We are talking logically about the things that could happen to you if
Hypothetically.
you were hypothetically. There you go. if somebody breaks into your house and you have a baseball bat, you break their legs, they can turn around and say, I got hurt in this house and I'm suing him.
Which is stupid.
And they more than likely, they will win the case.
It's so stupid. I don't get it. Calvin says
giant mud Zeph. Yeah.
Agreed, Cosmo. Breaking into people's houses, that's just wrong.
It is.
Natalie,
I've had a person. Okay, go ahead with Natalie again.
Oh, I was gonna say Castle Doctrine is a bit different than Stand Your Ground. We have Stand Your Ground here. Yes, you should have the right to defend yourself if someone breaks in. Absolutely.
Absolutely. And one time, I actually there was somebody was actually trying to break in while I was sleeping. I felt their foot on my chest.
What the hell?
Had I not gotten up, they probably would have killed me. Because I felt their foot step on my chest. What I did was I twisted their foot and shoved them out the window.
Good.
They had already opened the curtain. I mean, the screen and everything. Like, they had already taken out the screen and everything like that. And they're lucky they didn't kick because at that time, the apartment I was living at, the windows had a tendency of falling down by themselves.
Oh.
And we're not talking about falling by themselves, like just gently.
Right?
No, these things were like a freaking guillotine. So this guy, whoever it was pretty lucky that they didn't kick the stick out of the window because it was on a summer night and I had the window open with the stick on the window. They would have kicked that stick. That thing probably would have severed their leg off.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen those ones. Beth says, like the lady who burned herself on coffee and sued McDonald's. Right?
Oh, jeez.
Now there has to be a label that says caution it's hot. Can we just take all the labels off things and let Darwinism work?
Right. Well, it's like somebody walking over going into a supermarket. Floor's wet. They have a wet floor sign on there, and they slip and fall still.
Yeah, exactly.
And they try and sue. Oh, I hurt myself because I slipped on a wet floor. Wet floor sign.
Kurt ankle lock. Scream.
Figure 4.
Natalie, a human bite will make them have to go to the hospital. So how'd you get that bite?
Believe me, some of these people, they're good at conning and everything like that. I mean, they'll make up any little excuse to to make you look bad.
Oh yeah. Well, I haven't actually looked over the court case where that guy fell through the skylight. I've just seen the news reports.
This is the first time I'm hearing about it.
Yeah. Oh, you should check it out. He was robbing this lady, and he was like up on the skylight, like on the roof, and fell through it. And
oh wow.
Yeah. And it was in the process of a robbery, and he turned around and sued the lady.
Jeez. Wow.
Bleh. Sorry. It's not working. There we go. Yeah. Cosmo says the first time he's hearing about it too. Yeah, you guys should really check it out. There are some major injustices. These are lawyers who are way too good at what they do and use their skills for evil, apparently.
Yep.
I mean, I've seen other lawyers brag about getting child molesters off the charges just because they could, even though they knew that person was guilty.
Wow.
I won't tell you who that one is until after we end the feed, but yeah. Let's just say she's a very famous lawyer.
Jeez.
I've seen some of these cases that you would think are like the most frivolous cases win. And it's like, God, these lawyers have to be really good. So one, how are
Definitely.
these people affording these guys?
Yep.
But two, why don't they use their skills for good instead of evil? Because this is plain evil.
Yep, it is. It really is, and it's hard. It's hard when it comes down to self defense. It's a really hard case.
Oh yeah.
It's a really hard case in self defense.
Yeah, they just know how to play the system, Natalie says.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's messed up. They shouldn't be allowed to do that.
They shouldn't, but it happens.
It's like the whole if the glove fits, you must, or a glove doesn't fit, you must acquit.
Whatever.
He was wearing another glove at the same time while trying to put the other glove on and then going, no, I can't put it on.
Right?
Yeah, it's
it's really messed up, man. I mean,
when
they
the
shouldn't.
OJ trial was going on, I was leaving Denny's and somebody had written a sign and put it up on some chain link fence, and it said, "Drink cranberry juice, OJ kills."
That's just messed up, man. That's messed up.
Oh man.
Oh man, but I do solemnly remember the OJ case. My God, that thing annoyed the hell out of me.
You think it annoyed you? I'm in LA.
Like literally, I could not watch Saturday morning cartoons because of that.
Beth, if the shoe doesn't fit, you're not the princess.
Well, that's another way to put it.
I mean,
But
I'm
yeah,
so.
Yeah.
But yeah, they.
But,
oh gosh, did you? So in Texas, because you're about a year older than me,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember the case. So, how? So you guys got like the same coverage we did, or? Because this was 24/7 nonstop. Oh my God, O.J. Simpson killed someone! Ah!
Yes, we got the
Bronco
same
chase
coverage. We got the same coverage because I remember Saturday morning, and I would wait because back then I wasn't too much into watching, about all these crime cases and stuff like that, and I was more into about Saturday morning cartoons and
Yeah.
watching MTV and stuff like that, and that's all I would see on freaking ABC when I was watching the cartoons, like O.J. Simpson, OJ's. I'm like, come on.
Beth says my high school wood teacher had it playing in the classroom. The OJ trial.
Shit.
That's
I'd have
crazy.
been like, can you change the channel, please? I'm tired of it.
Well, being in California, I know that we're like, basically Hollywood thinks that we're the center of the earth.
Right.
So I basically take everything that happens here with grain of salt.
Right.
And I forget that this state is so public sometimes.
Yeah.
And so I have to ask. I mean, it's kind of like... Oh, wow. Okay, hold on. I was busy watching... Hey, but that's what he's saying, is he couldn't watch the Saturday morning cartoons because of it.
Yeah.
Calvin said they devoted 2 or 3 channels to that shit in Indiana.
Yeah, literally, that's what it was here because, okay, here where we live, you have, oh, what's going on, Dustin? What's up, my brother? So here in the valley now we have quite a couple more other stations and everything like that. But back then we only had what, 3 English stations, 3 or 4 English stations, which was ABC, CBS, NBC, and PBS,
4.
which is the public broadcasting system.
Yep.
4. And all channels
To answer
were
that question, hot. Sorry.
all 3 channels had that going all this time, and PBS, I didn't like watching, all that stuff about Nova and stuff. Back then, I was all about the cartoons.
You mean you didn't want to watch the 700 Club?
Yeah, no.
Oh God, the night is over if the 700 Club comes on.
And so, like, the rest of the stations were all just Spanish stations, and it's like, ahora no, ¿sabes lo gigante?
But it was like, I don't. Come on.
¿Y qué es lo que dice el público? So I'm like, me and my little, and me and my little kid mind, I'm sitting here like, I don't want to watch this crap. I don't want to watch El Chavo again and again.
Oh,
And so, like, even with the Waco case, they had it on for quite a while too.
oh no.
Oh yeah.
It's hot there too.
And so with the Waco case, I had watched that on I don't know if you probably won't. You probably will. Do you remember a show? It's kind of like a news show called A Current Affair.
Yeah.
Okay, that was playing on that before and stuff like that, and oh my God, like every single time it's like, now on A Current Affair, the Waco case. Now on 60 Minutes, Waco.
Yeah. It was,
so, like,
yeah. I mean, okay, so there was the OJ trial, there was Waco, and this is all like in the same kind of time.
Hey, look what Natalie says. FB keeps kicking me out.
Boo! Not cool.
Well, I hope we didn't get a violation or anything like that.
If we did,
But
we'll take care of it.
So anyways, yeah, there's the Waco case, the OJ case. Oh my God,
Ruby
lo
Ridge.
and behold, Tanya Harding.
Tanya Harding.
Jeez, they never shut the hell up about that whole case, man. I'm like, really?
I'm sorry to laugh, Beth. I'm so sorry to laugh, Beth. I don't remember Waco. They must not have been that famous. Well, they were pretty famous, but it did happen here in the U.S. It was a branch off of the Seventh-day Adventists who had broken off to be the Branch Davidians under originally the Roden family, and then under Koresh. And while under Koresh, there were allegations of him being a child molester, as well as allegations of them illegally stockpiling weapons, which actually all of them were legal. Everything was proven to be incorrect, but there was a 51-day siege on them. Mind you, these were militant people going up against non-militant people that happen to have a bunch of guns. And they killed 79 women, children, and men. That was a
horrible,
big
man.
Huge foobar on our part.
Yep.
Go ahead, I'm so sorry.
Well, that's the end of our show. It's been a pleasure.
Oh,
Thank you all for stopping by. This wasn't going out as I planned it to,
I know.
but it was still great. And Liz, you were awesome. Thank you for being on the show.
I had fun. So Friday the 13th, guys. Gypsy Rose.
Yes, Friday the 13th. Stay tuned, and have a great night.
Mikey, stay in for a second.
Okay.
All right. Bye, guys. Let's see which ad to play.